first name, Boaz. And as you know, or you don't, I was in Jews the day after Shavuot. So we thought that Boaz was a name that is suitable for that Chag. During the year, we, as traditional Jews, experience a cycle of holidays in which we enact and remember again and again our history. I feel my voice is silenced in most of these holidays, especially during Sukkot and Passover. I enter the Sukkah and see our invitation to the patriarchs, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, and so on and so forth. And as a Jewish woman, I feel there's no room for me. Where are my matriarchs? Where are my modeling images? Then comes Passover, and it gets even worse. The Haggadah teaches us that the Torah has spoken against 4 boys. And what about the girls, I ask myself? Where are they, and where am I? And then finally, toward the end of the year, comes Shavuot. And it is during this holiday that I find my voice again, my space in tradition, an acknowledgement of my identity as a Jewish woman. It is the holiday that celebrates the receiving of the Torah which resembles honey and milk, foods which before the allergy phase were considered to be the foods that are given to babies, breast milk and honey. It is also the holiday which we read the book of Ruth, a Megillah that is in so many ways feminine, not only because its main heroines are feminine, but because it stands for what I see as feminine values. It is a book about chesed, which has no exact translation in English, and at best, can be translated as kindness, benevolence, graciousness, and mercy. It is a book that puts aside hierarchy between insiders and outsiders. Ruth becomes the great-grandmother of David, not because she comes from an honorable destiny, but in spite of her ancestors and heritage. She's the biblical Cinderella, a widowed woman, childless, a Moabite, who is also poor, and who follows her mother-in-law to a strange country. One cannot think of a lower social status, except for a slave, perhaps. What characterizes Ruth is her endless chesed, her kindness and mercifulness towards her mother-in-law, Naomi. It is not that Orpah, the other daughter-in-law, is neglectful, since she chooses to stay at her homeland. Rather, it is Ruth who keeps doing things which are beyond what is required by the virtue of law. What guides Ruth is not the rules, the measure of justice, but the quality of mercy, her love and her faith. The same goes for Boaz. He acts again and again, not by the strict law, but rather goes beyond what is merely required. His actions are guided by his endless kindness. He favors Ruth not because of her beauty. It is not mentioned even one time throughout the whole Megillah that Ruth is beautiful, as opposed to other biblical women who the Torah focuses on their looks, such as Sarah, Rebecca, and Rachel. Rather, he sees through Ruth. He sees her modesty, her kindness, her loyalty, and hence he takes her under his wing. Boaz's name also testifies to his character, Bo-Az. In his is strength, might, venture. Yet Boaz's strength is expressed not by his wealth or physical strength or social status, but rather by his mercifulness, love, and ability to see beyond the obvious. It is this kind of religion I wish to pass to my sons, Gilboa and now Boaz. A Judaism that is indifferent to social power, status, social boundaries, and inequality. Rather, a tradition that focuses on the ability to judge people in their favor. A tradition of acceptance, of mercy, of kindness, of openness. A tradition of chesed. So I wish you, Boaz, that you will own your name and that it will fit your character. That you'll be able to be soft with the people around you and judge them kindly and see them with a good eye. Finally, this is also a time for me to thank the beloved people who surround me, my friends who live here, and more so my family, specifically my parents and parents-in-law, who are always supportive and helpful. Last but not least, to thank Adam. being a wonderful husband and father, and who always tries to listen, understand, and support me, and for always loving me, even at times of hardships and stress. Thank you for going with me through the process of learning to be the virtue of chesed, with each other and with others, even if we're not always successful, and for being my team in building our Jewish home with these values in mind.